This video is about machines and domains. I'm going to start off by laying some foundation of terminology. When I say the word domain, that includes subdomains. So I'm talking about both of them. Now, what's a domain or a fully qualified domain name? buscompanyx.com is a fully qualified domain name. Also, www.buscompanyx.com is a fully qualified domain name, which can be looked at as a subdomain of buscompanyx.com. I'm going to make a point here. In the Unix world, a machine, whether that's a VPS, a virtual private server, or the entire machine, whatever it is, it's one thing with one IP address on the internet. It can have several domains on the same machine. Also, it can have the same domains as another machine. So, for example, let's say the root user on one of my machines can be root at buscompanyx.com. There can also be another machine that has the same user on it, root at buscompanyx.com. I believe in the old days they tried to avoid ambiguity on the internet with things like this. That's why, for example, when like let's say yahoo.com, when you go to the yahoo.com website, it might say www.yahoo.com. But after a while, you might look in the URL and find out you're on www.3.yahoo.com. Okay, so they wanted every machine on the internet to have a unique domain. That way its users were also unique. However, these days, things are not done the same way. These days, it doesn't even matter who the users are, because who the users are on a machine, whether they're the same or different, because nobody actually uses the machine. All the machines for one website are all clones of each other. The only detailed work happens on the development machine, the development server. So a web application today, if its URL is www.buscompanyx.com, the URL in your web browser is always going to be the same, and they name all the machines with the same domain name. Now you might say, well, when somebody browses and goes to www.buscompanyx.com, how do they end up on different machines? Well, there's two possible ways for that to happen. One is, I believe DNS records allow multiple IP addresses to be assigned the same A record for a particular domain. And there's a priority thing where if one server is busy, it just goes to the next one. And they'll all be clones of each other. The other possibility is something called a load balancing server. And somehow that's supposed to handle which actual machine responds to your HTTP request. Okay, that's about covers this whole topic of machines and domains.